We are live. Welcome to Tragedy Tuesday. We are with another D&D session of the Circus Horror campaign, which is a playtest of Happy Jack's Funhouse, an adventure written by Ramlifa and Jeff C. Stevens. Check them out on DM's Guild and do buy yourself a copy if you like this adventure. Now, to quickly just give an introduction to all our characters, I'll start from on my screen from left to right. So, Gaino, would you like? Oh, yeah, actually, before that, I'm Kumi, your DM for tonight. She pronounced, completely forgot to introduce myself. Now, to go to our lovely place, Gaino, would you like to introduce yourself and your characters?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, gang? My name is Gaynor. You can find me on Twitter at Gaynorcott, GAYNORCOTT. And today I'll be playing Groff Wisteria, very normal, fine dude, and their wonderful best friend and plushy dragon companion, Cuddles.
Hey! And now going to Gask, who has come in with some very interesting setup for their character. Gask, would you like to introduce who you're playing tonight?
Bonjour! I am Gaskinator, and today I will be playing Jean. I'm a comedian, I am a bard, and I am apparently a very good stripper. I make lots of money with my movable rod, and that is all you need to know about me.
Next to our lovable little gnome, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing a little gnome baker, and she just has some cupcakes, and she's just here to have fun. And also, she's currently suspended on a rope, Mission Impossibling her way into a hole in the ground. Yeah, that's who I am.
And last but not least, the rogue of the party, Jessie, who are you playing?
Hello, everyone. I am playing Arco Ettore, your local, friendly, definitely not insane tiefling jester rogue. And he's just having a good time with his friends in this freaky, scary house and trying not to die and trying to maybe make everyone just have fun and smile. Ha, 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 definitely. That's it.
Awesome. So to quickly get a recap of what happened 2 weeks ago, because we had technical difficulties last week. So our little band of adventurers approached this small town after traveling through quite a misty forest. There they meet a couple of parents who are urging them to look for their children who seem to have been enchanted or entrapped in this new funhouse that's come to town. Approaching this funhouse, all of you recall some memories of a variety of sorts. You remember, for those of you who've had prior experiences with circuses, you remember why you got into the performative side of things. You remember the reason why you ran away from things or why you fought so desperately to defend yourselves. For our little baker and for our wonderful warrior, or right now our employer with the flashy dragon. Both of you remember senses of being entrapped in places and having entered this funhouse where you were approached by an oldish crone and her zombie monkey. You step into this wild ride that takes you inside the funhouse where you meet this quite talkative hippo in a little white box. After talking to the hippo talks to you about a couple of new arrivals, new people that are here, and children that seem to be with Happy Jack. Now, you haven't met this clown yet, but having gone through a couple of the rooms, finding trinkets of all sorts of varieties, you approach what seems to be, at the end of a hall, a mirrored room where each of the walls are just lined with mirrors that reflect you. But right now, only Groff has really gone there. Groff, you investigated the dead body in this room and you found what seems to be a sort of boom gun. coming back to see what the rest of the adventurers are doing, you see that your companions have found this room with a strange hole in the middle. Now, the hole itself has a variety of threads that seem to be hanging from all ends, creating this sort of web of sorts. All of you try to find a way to go down. You also find a pamphlet that seems to be a sort of um, item chart that tells you if you were to mix and match a couple of the trinkets that you found, this certain creature called the Stitchling would be able to make a new item for you. You're now at that point, little gnome Ishi suggests maybe lowering her down here when you see Arco bring out this massive immovable rod out of their pocket. Very happy to see you. Takes that, lowers Ishi into this hole, and as Ishi just weaves her way through these threads to reach the bottom of the floor, Jean, you hear a sound coming from the mirrored hall. It sounds to be the scratching, clawing of a sort of creature trapped somewhere. You haven't heard it approach you any closer, but at this moment, this is where you're all at. What would you like to do?
What's the status of the people lowering down the hole? The big hole.
I'd say right now, the other two who are with you on this floor don't seem to have heard anything yet. As Ishi is being lowered down here, now, do you have dark vision? I think you do. I think all of you do, right? So as you
I'm a
start
cat.
moving-
I'd be really concerned if I didn't have dark vision.
So Ishi, as you feel yourself being lowered down, you do notice that it's a considerable distance from the top to the floor, especially to your smaller form. You do feel the soft threads of fiber just brushing against you as you just hold tight to this immovable rod as it lowers you down. As you're getting closer, you look to the ground, and even though you can't see many colors, you can't see the color of these things, you do notice that there is a variety of trinkets lying all over the place. And you do see a strange creature, almost looking kind of like a toy of sorts, just sitting in the middle like a mannequin, not moving. You're not able to get a good look at them yet, but once you reach the floor, and if you'd like to give me maybe a perception check or an insight check, I could tell you a little bit more about how they look. Up above, you do not hear, from the distance you're at, you do not hear any of the sounds that the others have. And both you, Arco and Groff, actually, Groff, would Cuddles be on alert in any sort? So like kind of alert you?
That's a great question. I want to say yes for safety reasons, but I have to remember that this dragon that I have is sort of a goofy plush dragon, so I think mostly is just kind of hanging out.
Also,
but I
you got
feel
like what, 19 passive perception? You're probably very
Yeah,
overconfident.
but I think
in that.
I'm on high
Yeah.
alert. So I think if anything, like Cuddles is like peering down into the hole and just like running around looking at stuff, and I think I am like, all right, guys, you never know when something could come around a corner, so I guess I'll be on watch. Because you know what, like it just needs to be done, and I'm willing to do it. I'm just going to be on. Yeah, I do have a 19 passive perception, so I'm like constantly like looking over my shoulder as if there's something there when there isn't.
I would say, since you do have such a high perception, that after a minute or so, at the same time that Ishi, you feel the ground coming closer to you, and you can jump down and settle there if you'd like to. You do hear the sound of scraping countryside, but more than just that sound, what you do feel is the uneasiness that Jean's kind of like radiating at this point. You know them to be quite silent, not to make any like quick movements as such, but it's more kind of like the stillness of a cat on high alert as they look down at the hallway that you just came from.
I'm gonna yell that to the whole, hey gang, something feels real bad right now. Something feels up.
Do you mean the scratching noises?
I guess I do mean that, but I guess it's hard to explain, I guess, but I guess I feel like,
Oh, you have the EBGBs.
yeah, I wouldn't say it like that. I'd probably find a cooler way to say it, but yeah, that's pretty much exactly it.
The heebie-jeebies is what, yeah.
Sure.
Oui.
Right. Okay. Can I? So we're in the side room, right? Can I peer out into the I'm gonna put an arrow into my bow, load an arrow, and peek out into the hallway to see if I see anything weird out there.
Got it. And just being an experienced ranger, you do understand the distance of things. You've always been on alert, trying to hear, the sounds from mostly a far away distance. So in that way, you're able to gauge how far things are from you just by hearing them. And even as you listen, you do notice that the sound isn't harsh. It seems a little muffled, more like it's coming from within something than from outside. You hear no sounds of things rushing at you. So what do you feel, and from prior experience of having worked with traps and being in nature a bit, you do get the idea that this seems to be a trapped creature or person that's within that hall of mirrors.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. All right, gang. Me and Cuddles, get over it. Come on. We're gonna go check out this Hall of Mirrors again because I'm feeling something sketchy. But you guys, I guess, can stay. I look around at this group and I ask myself which one of them could come and help me. Ishi definitely can't. Arco's currently got. Oh God, the sock puppet! It got more intense. Oh, yep. Okay. Well, I guess me and my plush dragon are gonna go check this out on our own. You guys. If anything attacks you, yell loud. Okay.
Don't get killed.
I'm working on it.
I believe in you, bud.
Don't call me bud.
Okay, bud.
Okay.
So Ishi, as you find yourself settled here, and you are considerably small compared to this thing in front of you, and it's strange because even as you're looking at it, even in this dim light, you're used to traveling through a lot of dark places to look at things, especially things bigger than you, and you're quiet as a mouse standing there looking. You can barely breathe at this second. And as your eyes start to adjust to what's in front of you, you see that this humanoid being seems to be kind of like a mismatch of a variety of things. You see that parts of them look fleshy, while other parts of them look mechanical in a way. And they do not move. They stare down at you. And it's almost like you need to approach a little closer to get them to do something.
Okay. I'm just gonna get a little bit closer, and then be like, "Hi, are you real? I'm here to sell cupcakes."
You see, as this, almost in a very jittery manner, they move their limbs, and you see two of the what seems to be numerous arms locked behind them. Two reach forward, kind of like cupping in front, as if to receive anything that you give them.
Oh, okay. I have a lot of types. Do you have a preference?
There's no
Okay,
dialogue
okay.
that you can hear.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull out one and then be like, okay, this is a sample, all right? You gotta pay for that. And then I'm gonna put one on their hands.
You see that it's left over there. They don't seem to do anything with it. Almost kind of like maybe this isn't a match for them. They're used to taking certain materials and then converting it into things.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I'm forgetting. Did I carry things down here?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Okay. And then I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't actually have the things that I was supposed to, but I can get them like delivered. And then I'm just gonna start going towards the rope and start pulling on it.
Is everything okay? Are you okay?
You didn't give me the things that I was supposed to get for the give here. There's a guy here. Yeah.
We forgot to give her the stuff. Who's got the stuff? Graf, do you have the stuff?
What stuff are we giving?
Oh my god. 100 feet away in the hallway, like trying to sneak, and Arco's just yelling into the hallway.
I'm around. Can you tell?
Oh yes,
Where did
Jackski. We have an image of Happy Jack, 1 square foot of mirror, and a child's desire.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Throw him down the hole.
I'm just gonna look towards this person there and be like, it'll be here soon. Don't worry. Just they're gonna deliver it soon. And I'm just gonna start like,
Okay.
You can have another cupcake until then, and just put it on.
John, did you have the stuff? Who's got the stuff?
You have the tunic, right?
Oh yeah.
And then also there's a doll.
Oh, I
which
had
I
that doll.
believe Arco also has.
And then
It's
mirror
go
in the
my
mirror
pocket.
room.
I have to go grab a
Then chop
mirror
chop.
piece. Okay, yeah,
Grab
no,
him with the mirror.
there's a scratching. Okay, so I'm just
Maybe it's cutting up the mirror for you.
yeah,
Very
sure.
friendly.
Jean, you
friendly.
got it. You're
Mhm.
100% on the money on that one.
Of course.
I'm going to walk down the hallway and go into the mirror room and see if I can grab a little piece of mirror while also looking. I go, Cuddles, grab. Yeah, fuck, I don't know which one to do. You're on lookout. I'm gonna grab a piece of mirror.
I think you're probably stronger, so that makes sense.
So, Graf, as you're walking, could you move your token also so I know where you're placed?
Let me get down there. I'm gonna zoom in here. All right. So I'm down in this mirror room here.
Got it. So as you walk in and you're looking around at this moment, trying to see whether you could find a discarded piece of glass, you see that most of the glass is stuck firmly to the walls around you. But even when you look to the side now, you almost feel startled for a second, because as you look at yourself in the reflection, you see a distorted, almost stretched version of yourself. You look bloated in a way where you seem, your head seems tiny while the rest of your body seems like a largish balloon. And and you take a step back, because as you're looking at this mirror, you look down at yourself, but you seem to be normal. But even then, you look down at the dead body over there, and the way that their body seems to be shaped, it seems to have this similar sort of distortion to it.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to think about that.
This is where you find the gun, right?
Right. This is where I found the gun.
Forgot about the gun.
I forgot about the gun as well.
I could never forget about the gun.
Okay. So So is there any of the mirrors broken in this
Not
room?
really, but you do notice that the sound you're hearing seems to be coming from somewhere here, up ahead.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna shatter a mirror.
Got it?
Um,
Oh.
I'm just gonna try and keep it in as big of a piece as I can, though, to make sure we get enough for this thing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna send it back with Cuddles, I guess is the plan here.
So, the same moment that you shatter this mirror, you hear the sound of another shattering down the hallway. And you almost suddenly, and you're quiet for a second, you see the pieces of shattered glass. There's silence in this room. And in that silence, you see Cuddle just bend down, pick up a glass, look at you almost to say bye, and scoot out of the room to run towards the others with the glass.
All right. And there goes my best friend and only companion off to leave me alone to face whatever it was that was. So I'm gonna again cock an arrow and just turn that corner. See what you know what? I'm gonna cock one of the arrows that I dipped in that weird fluid that we found.
Got it.
I don't know what it's gonna do, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna turn the corner here and see if I see what just broke a mirror.
So you take that corner, and as you do, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
Oh, straight to the saving throw.
Right to a saving throw.
Oh, you're good wisdom ranger, right?
You got.
No, but I just watched myself miss a nat 20.
Oh no!
I got a 5.
Oh
You got
no.
5.
A natural
Oh.
2.
So it feels a little weird to you right now, Groff, but as you take a step to move forward, you feel underneath your foot a sort of like clicking sound almost, like you stepped onto something. And when you do, you look back at the mirror and you still see your bloated reflection. But now when you look down at yourself, you seem to be bloated as well.
Oh no. You know what? This is fine. You know what? I'm fine with this.
Hey, it happens to everyone.
Yeah, maybe you just have to pass some gas. It's fine. Just do a little toot and you'll be fine.
Can you say that with a French accent?
Just do a little toot and you'll be fine. Just a little toot.
And we gotta shut this down.
The
We
French?
need to never allow another French accent.
Channel wide ban on French.
So as you turn around the corner, you're looking at your phone like this, and you look to see the source of the sound, and there seems to be like this kind of like this barricade that seems to be broken. You see crushed glass over there, and what steps out is a woman of sorts. She seems to be wearing a sort of like performer's garb in a way. And she turns and looks at you. She says, "Hello. Are you here to take me away? Are you here to take me to a mansion?"
Sure.
She rushes forward to you.
No,
Her face
okay,
just
okay.
inches away from you.
Cuddles isn't even here. I'm gonna
Are
shoot
you-
an arrow. I have to. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna shoot her.
But not with the gun.
Go ahead, roll ahead.
Oh God. Okay.
But do you have what is it when that doesn't give you disadvantage on?
I have
melee?
sharpshooter.
I think the other one.
But I don't know if that is. I don't have anything beyond that, but I do have a pretty okay to hit. I think I'm gonna not do sharpshooter on this because I'm just so terrified I'm not
Yeah.
supposed to kill her.
Understandable.
So yeah, I don't have the time to really think this one through. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll to hit here. Okay, that is a 16 to hit. Or sorry,
Oh,
not
okay.
16. Sorry, it's not 16. 25 to hit.
Wow.
16 plus 9.
Misses.
God, you
Lucky
shoot
luck.
yourself in the foot.
Okay, that definitely hits her, and you see her scream. And when she does, I'd like you to give me another wisdom saving.
No, no.
Don't worry, if you fail this one, you shrink back.
Just wanted to go to a mansion.
Why? Are you
Maybe
not
she's the victim.
knight in shining armor? And you can see, like, where it's pierced her as well, there's no blood that seems to come, and it feels almost like you pierced a sort of inflatable like balloon in a weird way. It just kind of like you see like this sort of tear, and there's no air escaping her, but it seems almost like her skin's made out of plastic.
I got a 10.
Okay.
So I can't imagine that's great.
You can tell me your damage as well for your
Oh
hit.
yeah, damage is 10 damage.
10 damage. So
Oh, and I do get 2 attacks. So
Okay.
do I get my second attack, or was that just sort of like an out of?
No, you can go ahead and give me a second attack as well.
Alright.
Because I think being the ranger you are, I imagine you taking out 2 arrows immediately to shoot.
All right. Second one is a 20 to hit.
Yes, that
All
hits
right,
as
cool.
well.
And that is another 7 damage.
Got it. And Croft, as these 2 arrows, release from your bow and pierces this weird woman in front of you, you see as it kind of starts to enter her chest and starts to rip apart what little, this plasticky looking flesh that she has. But as it does, you look at her face and the scream starts to radiate in your ears. And while it does, suddenly, you feel your eyes close for just a split second. And you feel the same pain in the middle of your chest.
No.
And when you open your eyes, you're looking at your own inflated self in front of you.
What? What is this?
You look at this headdress covering you, and you see yourself smile at you before releasing a little giggle and running back to where your other companions are.
Oh. Why?
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Right.
where's that beer? It's taking so long.
I know, it's
Hey,
so
we're getting to it.
Meanwhile, Ishi, you're down, and you can't really see much what's going on here, but you do see 2 corridors. You see one ahead of you that seems to, in the distance, you can't really see any light from there, and you assume that there's a door. On the right, though, it leads to a larger storage space, but you hear this weird noise. It almost sounds like electricity in the air because you've been around forest quite a bit. It smells like something burning.
Okay, so the things will be here any moment. I'm just gonna. You said that there were a lot of trinkets around me,
Yeah.
like on the floor.
Yes, and the trinkets seem to kind of extend even towards this other room as well.
Can I pick up a bunch and then just see what they are?
Sure. Give me an investigation check, maybe.
Okay. 10.
Okay. I will just show you in a minute. I've just updated the map to show you where you are, Rishi. Sec.
Oh. Wow, it's
Oh, amazing.
Love the art, Swiggles.
I learned how to import threads into Encarta.
Yeah. These guys really know how to design a place.
So,
we actually have a home design show.
Yeah, it's
So-
Happy Jack's. It's Happy Jack's
House
Happy Home.
flipper.
So there are a couple of things that you do find immediately. Two things that you see are there seems to be like a sort of like jar. Inside it, there's something shimmering and moving around. You're not sure what it is, and you don't identify this sort of magic as something you've seen before. But even when you tap at it, it's almost kind of like this little fog inside starts to react to your tapping, moving towards you, kind of the way that a fish does when you tap on a tank. Around you, you kind of also see, just because there's so many things around, you do notice that there seems to be like a couple of bags of different things. You don't even need to taste it to know it. Just with a quick sniff, you identify them as kind of like salt, there's sugar, there's some cinnamon. You almost sneeze at that point. There's also some pepper. You also find a sort of note that when you unfurls, seems to have like the lyrics to a song, almost like saying at Happy Jack, fun begins, and keeps going on, but it's like smudged at a couple of places as if water has dropped on it.
Okay, I'm gonna put the jar in my bag. It's like, okay, I could maybe use this in some recipe. I don't know what this is. And just like put that in the bag, and then just go around and be like, okay, and then grab like a handful of sugar and then just like put that in the pocket and then just be like, okay, just if you have a problem with me taking things, can you let me know? And
The creature doesn't know.
okay, and then I'm just gonna like, there is one room where I feel like something is burning, right?
Yes.
So, okay, maybe I should figure out how to stop that. I'm gonna call up to others. Okay, so there's like something burning in a corridor over there. I'm just gonna go and make sure it's not burning anymore.
Okay.
Don't die.
Okay, and then I'm
We
just gonna
believe in
walk.
you.
I'm gonna go towards the corridor where I feel like
I have more faith in you than I have in Goff. I trust you.
Thanks.
I mean, fair, but God.
Meanwhile, with the other two, now you both, like Akka, you're still kind of straining, looking down to see whether she's all right. You're holding on to the rod, but it is getting a little exhausting at this point, and you're adjusting yourself. And you look over to your friend and Jean. You
You
are
do
still
realize
looking.
you don't have to hold the rod. It's immovable.
What?
If you press the
But-
button, the rod won't move. You don't need to hold it.
Wait, but doesn't it have to be like stuck?
No, that's why I
against-
use it as a stripper pole, remember? I just put it up.
Hang on. Where's the button?
Sky. Near the top.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I let go. I hit the button and I let go. What happens?
It drops.
Instantly.
Oh, oops, it was near the bottom.
Uh-oh.
That button just makes it a bit land warmer.
Duck blue.
Oh.
Behind you,
Uh-oh.
Isha, you see the pole that you used to climb down on, just like
No!
lying next to you.
Are you serious? Listen, John, we talked
Wait, no,
about
it
this.
isn't a movable rod, though.
I'm pretty sure it was already immovable, though. And so by pressing the button again, you unimmovable it.
Yeah, I think you had clicked it initially.
Oops.
Amazing.
Oops.
Oh, it does have a button. I thought you made that up.
Well,
Oh God.
I will tell if you don't.
John, you turn around to look at Groff. First you see as Cuddles runs up at you and kind of offers these shards of glass. Almost not really immediately after, but having heard, like, as you're talking to Arco and you hear the sound of the rod fall down, at the same time you hear the sound of like strings being pulled and arrows being released. And after like a scream that kind of like alerts you at that direction, you immediately see Groff coming running at you with a smile on their face. Oh, hello!
Oh no.
How
Hello?
are you? Are you ready to get out? Shall we get out?
Do
Join
I
the
need to even
mansion.
roll an insight check on this one?
Only if Jean wants to.
Mm. I'm gonna do it just for the sake of what would happen. My insight's +5, so let's see how bad it can. Okay, 19. I probably know.
Okay. I mean, you've never seen your employer be so pleasant.
Are you scared? Is that why you want to leave?
Well, it
I
is
thought you were
awfully
brave.
dirty here, isn't it? I know. I'm feeling a little stinky. I could do with a bath, really.
Well, we need to get our friend Ishi back first.
Oh, is she? Yes, I know them. They'll be all right. We should go back to the exit.
I just look at Arco like, are you seeing this shit, man? What's going on here?
You also do notice that Groff seems to be like a balloon man at this point, but doesn't seem to be giving any sort of concern to their weight.
Like,
Whoa.
how bad is it? Is it like what's her name in Willy Wonka when she turns into the
Yes,
big
exactly
Oh,
like
Violet.
Violet? Yes.
Groff, you're turning Groff.
Like, Groff, you two are in this other person's form right now, and you could choose to follow her, follow yourself. I mean,
So I've switched bodies with her, to be clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run after myself, yelling, "That's not me! That's not Groff. I very hard to explain, but that's not me."
No, I
Right,
think
we
we
all
got
have-
it.
Everyone
You
has
don't
body
smile
issues.
nearly as much. The part about wanting to leave, though, and being really scared, I see that. And Stinky, maybe.
I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever you're saying, it feels rude. So seems I've switched bodies with a strange creature. Does this body I'm in now have any sort of weapons or anything on it?
You do kind of like look down at yourself to see whether you have something. You quickly look in your mirror, I mean, in your pocket, and the only thing you find is a mirror.
A little hand mirror?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Successful mission.
At this
Yeah.
point, the like Cuddles kind of like goes very defensively at Groff and gives like a little punch to their knee, in a kind of way. And at that point, like Groff looks down at Cuddles and just kind of like opens their eyes really like wide. And exactly at that moment, you see as Cuddles kind of goes still for a second. Could you make me a wisdom saving throw for
For
Cuddles?
Cuddles, how dare you? Okay.
No.
No, you know what? It's gotta be done. Okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
not
my
with your
brave
wisdom
boy.
saving throws. Let us take it instead.
All right. Hey, no, he's got a +5 to this, so
That's good.
we could be doing all right. Let's see here.
Is your dragon wiser than you?
Yes,
Definitely.
extremely. dirty 20.
Oh, and you see, like it's almost kind of like when you come running in this other person's body, Cuddles kind of like looks up and their little plushy face kind of like, even though it doesn't show any emotion, you see as the like plump little arms just kind of like go into this sort of like straight position, kind of be like, no. And, yeah. No.
My little baby.
You guys are my friend.
Bloated Groff goes like, clicks
Bite it.
their tongue and just looks back at you, Jean. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. I just saw them there and they escaped out of this weird box and they've just been chasing me around this whole time. Could you maybe?
Just not true. Just lying right now.
Do you
look
still
like
have
I'm
the
lying?
tunic, Arco?
Yes. Also, I'm distracted because I'm like, fuck, I dropped the rod. Easy.
Forgot the
I'm like
rock.
looking down the hole. Are you
I'll-
okay?
I'll just take it off you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fine. Undress me
And
whenever,
then-
I don't care.
And then I show it up.
Oh,
With the
jeez.
clown face.
Yeah, with the clown face.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Okay.
smart.
So, since none of you are attacking yet, I'm not going to go into any sort of initiative, but as soon as you do lift up the shirt, they kind of scream, and you see as Groff, in a very like animated response almost, in a very Groff-like manner, having seen, the way they react to clowns, go like, oh God, no. And then immediately takes out 2 arrows to shoot at you. In a similar fashion to how Groff had shot before.
I have nothing. I can't do anything. I have a mirror.
You don't feel like you could kind of slam into yourself at this point? Kind of give a
I think
disadvantage?
I'm going to try and jump on myself and tackle myself to the ground here.
Grapple them.
Awesome. And okay, like you see as Groff takes out 2 arrows when this cloaked woman starts running at them and jumps onto Groff, like just flattening them on the ground. And as this lady starts to hit at Groff's back, you see as Cuddles joins in and starts hitting Groff as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and make a grapple check here. I'm not good. I have a -2 to strength, gang.
Oh yeah, all of us are wimps.
Oh wait, but as
I can't
this
believe I dropped the
character-
rod. I'm so
Oh
strong.
wait, you have different stats now, yeah?
Oh yes, as this character, you could give me a sort of attack roll if you want to kind of take them down,
Yeah.
and that would be a +3 to hit.
Can I say that Cuddles is giving me the help action on this?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
go.
cool.
Go cuddle.
Running into their shins.
I don't know if he's gonna be traumatized right now.
Taking the pieces of glass and just going like snap, snap.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
With advantage, that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that does hit. You can hit yourself.
Really good because I rolled a 3 on the first one. So if Cuddles was not here, I'd be useless.
Keep hitting
Hey,
yourself.
Why are you
Keep
hitting
hitting
yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
This is damaging my psyche, but I'm going to tackle and bring myself to the ground and yell, "Where is Ishi? What happened to the pole?"
Nothing you can prove.
Not helpful in
What
any
happened?
way.
I have a quick question that might have saved us some time if it will work out. But hey, you live and you learn. Would I be able to do an arcane check on whatever's going on to see if the spell magic would work?
Yes, you can. I mean, actually, just I'd save that for you and let you know that you do think it could work, only because this seems to be a magical effect. And the way that you, I mean, since you are a bard, you have seen the different ways that magic works. And you do understand that either dispel magic could work or even knocking this person out.
I think I'll try dispel magic just to see, I guess. So I cast dispel magic at 3rd level. Do I need to roll? How high is the spell level that's on them?
It's more like an innate effect. So I'd say that at that point it does vanish, and you do see that right now this lady that was attacking Groff just kind of looks up at you and goes, "Why? I thought we could be better friends," and just kind of like punches Groff at the side of the head.
That
Groff,
was pretty rude.
does 16 hit you, Groff?
In my normal AC,
Yes.
yes, I have an AC of 16, so I think meets beats.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. You don't really feel too much of a damage on the side of your head. It feels like short punch, but you take 2 points of bludgeoning
I really
Wow.
waited until you tackled yourself to switch back.
damage.
You had just
Okay.
gotten the upper hand, and I said, switch.
Ow.
You live and you learn.
You live and you learn.
So am I back in my body now?
Yes, you are. And you
Okay.
do see as like Cuddle stops hitting you as well. Jean, you do know at this point that your dispel magic has worked, but this person seems to be holding off onto Groff and in a very like trying to be intimidating manner, but not really getting there. You do notice that their mannerism seems to be of one where they are trying to pretend to be like a sort of like a kidnapped maiden of sorts. And this is, the way that they punch as well is quite delicate. And the way that they're talking to you also seems to be cultured in a way. And they're like, "Oh, I do not like this petty violence. Jack might have said to keep all the adults away, but I do not care. I wish to go back to my room. Now, I could help you if you want, but would you hurt me in any way? I apologize." And they're sitting on top of Groff at this moment. And they're like, "I apologize. I do not mean to use you like a stool." And they quickly get up and like just kind of like pull at their skirts and like, ah,
Dang, if
I
you
do
can
not
believe
mean-
it, I don't trust her.
Can't believe it.
Can we roll an insight check on that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Plus 5. A 25. I rolled a natural
Nice.
20.
Nice.
Nice.
16 for Groff as well, but I
My
don't think we're gonna
piercing
need it.
eyes.
Groff, you feel a little shaken. You distrust her. Doesn't matter whether she's
Okay.
telling you that she's gonna help or not. You completely distrust her immediately. But Jean, on the other hand, you know the way that people might sometimes say things that you want to hear just so that they can get what they want. You have a feeling that she might not be saying the whole truth, but you do have an inclination that maybe she is trying to be truthful at this moment and kind of um, be honest. Like you do feel like her feelings about being slighted by Happy Jack not wanting to be here anymore and such is true. But whether you'd be safe, whether she means you no harm, it's more kind of like a disinterest you feel from her. She doesn't really care either way.
I mean, all of us are wimps. We're going to need help pulling back up the rope.
Who are you calling a wimp? Ishi, are you okay?
I'm
Is
not
she
there.
okay?
I have already gone into.
You do hear
Oh,
a couple of
burning
sounds
room.
though, She, but like I'd say at this point, while you're walking into this burning room, just to show you how it looks, since all of this is kind of happening simultaneously, you move into this room here, and it looks like a sort of trinket storage unit, but what you see immediately on the far end is this a sort of pulsating void sort of way. It looks like almost like a portal, and it burns, eating away at the edge of the room. it does look like a vortex of sorts. It calls to you in a way that your wild magic self does feel a little tempted, but you don't understand this power. You don't understand what it is, but you do notice that things that have been touched by it seem to have broken apart or disappeared. You don't see a lot of remnants of what it has touched exactly, but even the wood that you see, the parts of it that have been cut and have been sucked into this vortex seem to be clean.
Okay. Nope, 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 nope. I'm just gonna grab a random trinket and then shut the door and then get out.
Awesome. Okay. You go back, and this is when you hear like Akko kind of calling out to you, asking you if you're all right. You do see the immovable rod lying in front of you.
I'm gonna scream. I said send ingredients, not the rope. How do I get out?
We'll figure it out. Give me a sec. Groff is hitting himself.
Okay. There is a thing here and it's eating everything. Just like be quick, okay? Cool.
I would like to make clear the situation is more complicated than that. It's more complex.
No, that's really all that's
You're not
happening.
hitting
It's okay.
yourself?
I am, but it's okay. You know what? We're moving
Hitting
on.
yourself.
They also look like they need a tooth real bad.
I am not in this type of
We're
magic
friends. You can
effect.
just do that.
Okay, you know what, gang?
There's a lot of rooms in here. Just make sure it's not in the same one.
This is inappropriate workplace conversation. I'm going to. I'll cock another arrow. You know what? I'm gonna pull the gun. I'm gonna point the gun at her.
You know what?
I have a
So
gun.
I
I might as
started
well use it.
blasting.
I'm gonna pull the gun and I'm gonna say, undo whatever it is going on here, and then you know what? We'll consider your offer.
I
Oh,
don't
don't
think
worry
he knows how
about
to
that.
use it. The gun. So I think you're
Listen,
fine.
I do. Canonically, I know how to use this gun.
I
What's
don't.
the gun?
Well, you do not need to worry about it. It's one of the effects of the mirror maze. In a couple of minutes, maybe, if I remember correctly, an hour, you should revert back to your original form.
Boy. Okay. No, that's fine. I feel normal and fine.
I could try and pop you with my rapier.
No. Mm-mm. No need to bring out the shiv there, Sean. All set.
Okay.
It's like Sean holding an incredibly small, incredibly sharp shiv
I'm holding it in the hand with the sock puppet. It's just like
Yes!
sticking out of the mouth.
yeah, it's coming out of the mouth.
Remembering that I'm like supposed to be like that I brought these people on purpose in here. Okay. All right, we need to get Ishi out of there.
I agree.
Oh,
Can't-
is your friend below? Would you like me to take you to her?
Can you do the opposite?
Well,
How
I'd
about
say.
this? You go down there, get Ishi, and come back up. No problem.
Wait, is there a way to get down there that's not through this hole?
Oh yes, there are multiple ways to get down. But
What?
if we were just to travel here, you could find a slide that will take you down.
Slide.
Is there a way to
Uh-huh.
get back up after?
You just climb up the slide.
There are a couple of ways. You do have a couple of doors, but that's usually for the servants. Yeah, definitely. You could get up. There is multiple doors that lead back to the waiting room. Back
Yeah.
near the entrance.
Jean, you're not supposed to climb up slides. Everybody knows that. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, I'm sorry, mister. I do what society says.
My
don't-
mom told me I'm not supposed to climb up slides, and she's dead. Okay,
where's the
so
slide?
now I
How did she
listen.
die? Did she climb up a slide? No, it doesn't matter.
It's holding back tears. I'm not gonna do this with you, okay?
Hang on, Ishi.
You were the one who brought it up.
Arca's walking over, totally ignoring Jean and Groff arguing, and he's gonna look at this lady and be like, "Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Arco. Where's the slide?"
Oh, yes, I can take you there. And she starts like leading you through a couple of doors. Now, are all of you following her?
Yes.
Is she what are you doing down below?
Okay.
Are you going to wait for them?
Yeah.
I'll be
No,
there in a minute.
okay. I'm gonna wait for them, but it's taking too long. So I'm just gonna be like, well, okay, okay. It's not that far away, so I'm just gonna go back there, open the door to that thing again that's eating the room, and then try to grab another trinket, and then close it.
Awesome. So
Free
while
stuff.
we get back to, what about you, Jean and Croft? Are you going to be following Aku as well?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Wiping
So-
away tears, but I'm following.
So as the three of you start to follow this unusual woman, and as Ishi, you are grabbing as many trinkets as you can right around, we are going to cut to a short break before we come back. Yes, awesome. Hey guys.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and we're back. So at this point, Arco, you're feeling a little deflated, having let go of the movable rod and seeing it drop right below. So you're a little tensed, you really want to make sure that your little friend Ishi isn't, in any danger. You want to find her quickly. It also unsettles you that you're not able to clearly see what's below, so you don't know what she might be confronting. Having heard her say that there's a weird burning hole in the other room just kind of makes it makes you even more anxious, and you think to yourself, I don't want to have to lose another best friend. And as you quicken your steps, you're going a little faster, and this odd lady stops in front of you and says, well, there are three ways that we could go about this. So we do have a short way, but that would involve meeting her. And she thinks she's so pretty all the time. But I think as long as we don't engage with her, we could just go past her and she wouldn't really do anything. We have the shortest route, but I've heard some people feel a little off having gone there. Then you have the longer, much safer route, but we might meet Drever if we go that way, and she's not too happy about people leaving the funhouse.
Which route has the slide?
So all of them do lead to the slide. All
Mm.
roads lead to the slide. But
Yeah.
Jessica, I kind of even show you where it is. She kind of indicates towards the still,
Okay.
saying that there is an odd woman who lives somewhere here. She kind of points towards the front. You can't really see it from all these mirrored walls, but you do notice that there's something here as well. She says that that's probably the shortest route, but it does have its own problems going there. The longer route seems to be away at the right. And that's where you don't really, the name River isn't something that you recall immediately, but you do remember the townspeople talking about it. And you assume that the old woman that you met outside might be River.
I say we go the fast way.
I agree.
Awesome.
I've been
And
feeling off since we got here. There's nothing that can make me feel more off.
I'd like you both to first give me a wisdom saving throw. And,
Perfect.
you're a little more cautious at this point, being stuck in this weird form, you're just looking at the ground, making sure you don't step on anything. Alka, you've kind of rushed forward, and Jean, you've just kind of followed along to just see what's happening here.
I got a 13.
I got a 15.
So as you're moving along, you see just it's kind of in your peripheral vision that you do notice that your shapes are kind of changing in the mirrors as you walk around. You notice as it gets smaller and wider. And at this point, as you both look at each other, you notice, Jean, that Akko's form seems to have changed. They seem to be pinched at the waist almost, making this really odd hourglass figure as they look at you. And Akko, you don't really feel any different, but um, Rolf, you see this and you have a kind of inkling that the same thing that's happened to you seems to have happened to your companion as well.
Cool. I've
Arthur,
Yes.
your waist, it is snatched, my friend.
Oh, thank you. I've been working out.
Evidently.
all right. Well, not much we can do about this. So I
See, this
guess
is a perfect route to go through.
Could be worse.
Exactly.
I could have holes in me.
I can make that happen if you're interested.
I thought you wanted us to finish the mission.
Well, I guess I still do want that, huh? Okay.
I can insult you all I want.
So
Alright.
you see, she kind of like leads you through like wall after wall, then mirror after mirror, and you finally reach this point where she kind of like opens up this door on the side, and the room seems to be empty right now. You see like a trash bin on the side. Over the door is a sign that says the mirror maze, enter and see yourself change shape. In front of you, you see this sort of strange corridor. Now, this looks a little flat, but imagine a sort of rotating striped corridor that you see right in front of you.
I bet if
I
I
wanna go
cast
there.
hypnotic pattern in here, everything would explode. Patterns on top of patterns.
Don't do it. Can I look through the trash can super quick?
Yeah, give me an investigation check. Also, I'm just gonna let you know what you found. You find like a little small egg. From what you know of things, it seems to be just a chicken's egg, but you're not too sure as well. It seems to be kind of like there's something odd about it, and you don't get a really nice feeling from it. You also find a very curious looking necklace made out of tiny teeth.
Tiny what?
Tiny teeth. You
Teeth.
could give me maybe a nature check to know what sort of teeth they are.
Okay. That's creepy.
Okay.
And Akul, how much did you get on your investigation?
That is
Oh, sorry. I got a 16.
16. Yeah. So how much did you get on your nature?
I also got a 16 on the creepy teeth.
Awesome.
Necklace.
So,
Yeah.
Ishi, you're looking at it, and this seems to be of like a mammal aquatic creature. And you haven't seen many of these, but the few times that you're probably passed by a swamp of sorts, you have noticed large reptilian creatures that swim in its waters, and you assume this to be crocodile teeth.
Okay. That's strange fashion. Maybe maybe this would be useful. I don't know. And I'm just gonna put it in my bag. And then this egg is like the egg's gonna smash in my bag, and so I'm just gonna carry the egg around.
Awesome.
It's your first pet.
Oh my god. Okay. Aku, what you
This is
do
trash.
find is like in this trash, you're looking around to see what you could quickly find. You do find immediately a couple of shells for you don't really recognize what they seem to be, but if Droff had to come behind you, Droff, you would notice that these seem to be the sorts like empty shells of the same sort of bullets that are in your gun.
Oh. So
You
it's
also
a gun case, the gun case. All right, cool.
Yeah, so they seem like shells. And you also find like a slingshot. And and it's very strange, but the last thing you find, and it immediately makes you think of Ishi, and it kind of reinforces that sense of wanting to find her. You find like this wooden figurine of what seems to be a feminine form, and they're wearing an apron and holding like a rolling pin.
Look, I found Ishi's mini.
We love to give it to her when we find her.
I tuck all the stuff away in various spots.
Now,
Alright, slingshot.
I'm not too good at fighting, as you've seen yourself, but I can lead the way. And if you do your job properly, I could maybe even take you on as bodyguards. So, can we just go down this hallway? I'd prefer not to go first.
Not go fast. Sounds good.
Okay.
Sure.
Groff, are you following as well?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it, but I'm following.
So you're walking through this hallway and you see these stripes of white and red just turning, and it almost feels dizzy to you in a manner. I'd like you all to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh, what? Sorry?
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Be good.
Not
Yes.
me.
13. Oh yeah, probably not Ishi, right?
Wait, that was a 7, not a 1. Thank God. Well, it's still bad, but a 9.
Okay.
Nat 20. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Who's wise now, bad boys? Huh? Right up
Bad
here.
boy.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, I say that. I yelled that.
Yeah.
I
We're
get in
real proud
everybody's
of you.
face about it. Not you, huh? What was that? A 7?
So,
It was
you know,
a 9.
Prof, you're being really cautious at this moment, and your phone feels uncomfortable to you. You're still looking suspiciously at this woman that's led you here. Akko, as you step into this tunnel, you immediately you're trying to keep your eyes straight, but you're looking to the sides as well, and you see images of clowns just lined on the walls, and they seem to be almost laughing at your face. They're looking at you and they seem to be distorted the more you walk. It hurts your head, it makes your eyes hurt almost. Jean, you're trying not to be impressed by this, but as you're looking at it, you can feel like the little thumbtacks almost that you have on your nails feel itchy at this point, like almost like you want to ready your claws to strike at anything that might come at you. I'd like both of you to roll me a 1d4.
Yo.
A 1d4.
I bet my
Mhm.
tail's all poofy too. You know, like when cats get nervous and goes.
I got a 4. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I got it too.
Oh, okay. So Akko, as you're walking forward, you hear these sounds, like, he was never your friend. You thought that he disappeared. Maybe he just ran away. Maybe he never wanted to be with you. And it's almost like the walls take shape, and you see what seems to be like a little tiefling sitting on a rooftop with a much larger figure, almost kind of like a half orc, staring over like a city skyline. You see both of them kind of playing. You see as the story continues, and at this moment, you see like this little tiefling sitting in a cage, begging for help. You see at the distance a sort of like half orc figure look at this person in the cage and just walk away. And as you keep walking through this, you hear almost, you think about the zombie monkey that you met outside, and you keep hearing this, "Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh." And it sounds kind of like a monkey in your head, and it feels unbearably loud. You're walking and walking, trying to get away from this, to get out of here as quickly as possible. It seems to grow louder and louder in your head, almost feeling like there's something clawing at you, something climbing all over you. As soon as you step out of this hall, you feel a little more relaxed, but your head hurts. It hurts so much. And you take 10 points of psychic damage.
What? Holy shit!
Rough.
Meanwhile, Jean, you're watching Akko go through this. You don't really notice what's happening. But as you're walking here, you think of your own painted face. You think of how hard sometimes you work in maintaining this facade of being unsurprised, not being driven by any emotions. And each step that you take, you hear the sound of a clown just laughing in your head. It's almost kind of like your peers back at clown college laughing at you. They go like, "Oh, Sean," they think they're so funny. They're not. And he's just like, "Ha ha 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 ha." And you hear like the sound of what you remember to be like the little flower that you keep on your chest pocket that just squirts out water. you almost feel like it's hitting you different directions. You feel this wetness that seems to kind of surround you. And as you walk, this room starts to turn, and you see yourself in this hallway littered with balloons all around you. You see multiple clown costumes there as well. But at the end of this hall, the only thing you can see is a stool. On top of that stool is a hat. Looking at it a little closer, it says something like "Dunce" written on it. While you're trying not to be bothered by this, there's something that does kind of strike you as a little odd. You see coming at you from the end of the hallway, almost kind of like Aqua rolling themselves up into this little ball, this red ball that just starts to bounce and bounce and bounce towards you. As the end of the hall starts to disappear, you see the form of a largish tree take its place instead. You're standing there trying to fight through this illusion. In the last second, you feel almost like a tap on your back. You can feel almost the presence of Groff there, but you can't see them. But do you continue to move forward?
Do I still see the ball?
You do. It's just rolling towards you, but it doesn't seem to be getting any closer.
I try and move towards it then.
You start walking and walking. The ball seems to bounce and bounce, almost in the opposite direction at this point, kind of like resisting being pulled near you. And at the last second, it bounces up and goes to the top of the tree and stays there.
I gotta try and climb this tree then. I know I've done it before. I'm assuming this is the same tree.
You try to start climbing this tree, and you can almost feel like you are. Meanwhile, Groff, you're standing behind these two, and you notice as like Jean's reached the end of the hall, and they just seem to be clawing at the air, kind of looking like they're climbing something, but they're standing exactly in the same place. Meanwhile, this odd lady behind you says, "Hall does do strange things, the weak-minded."
Okay, well, rude. I'm the only one who's allowed to be that rude to my employees. I go up and I grab Jean and I smack him upside the head.
10 points of psychic damage.
25 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm gonna do favored foe on that.
I hate cats. What?
I hate cats and I hate mimes. Double favored foe.
Meanwhile, Jean, in your mind, you're climbing this tree. The ball seems to be a little closer. And just as your paw is just going to reach out and grab this ball, you feel a force just hit the side of you, and you're knocked back to your senses. You look to the side and you see Arko looking quite disturbed, just standing silently. You see Groff looking at you, just kind of having a hand raised, almost an emotion of having hit you just recently. You look at the woman and she's peeping down the hall, kind of to see if anybody else is coming as well.
So do I come to my senses and realize that it was kind of an illusion?
You could give me an insight or arcana check, but I'd say you do have you don't know. It just felt so real to you that you just can't be sure. You almost feel like you were transported in a way.
Can I say that me getting up into their face and like slapping them gives them advantage on this?
You would have a little bit of advantage also because you don't want to believe this to be real.
Yeah, I got a 17 on my first one. I was mainly trying to see if I could tell that Arko was going through something similar.
Yeah. So you do look at having done a lot of different types of magic before. Both of you did I'd say that you can't immediately recognize what effect Arco went through because you're not too sure what they saw. But thinking about what you yourself went through, you do imagine it to be some sort of illusion magic. And you think that this seems to be bringing out your darkest fears or your deepest memories in some way.
Uh, I go over to my friend Arco then, and I just give them a little tap on the cheek and be like, "Hello, Arco,
Ah,
wake
bonjour.
up.
Hey,
Bonjour.
I'm here. Hello. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here
Let's
too.
let's go find
Bonjour.
our friend.
It's always fucked up."
Hey, but that's life, right, bud?
What do we got to do to get to this slide? Anything.
Okay, I'm just going to cut a little bit to Ishi for a bit. Ishi, you've seen these trinkets, you do notice a lot of others as well. Now, you could, looking at possible ways to get out, you'd wonder, even if you stayed in this room, would they know which room to look for? You're standing here, you just think about the number of doors that you had to open up upstairs as well. And you think, um, maybe I should open a door so that if they're in a corridor, they might see me, or what else exists outside this space. So the room that you're in right now, the trinket room, seems to be burning away at the corner. But this sort of flame, this sort of electric energy that it's radiating from that corner doesn't seem to be eating more of the space. It just seems to exist over there.
Okay.
On the other side, right behind this weird creature, you do notice that there is another hallway with a closed door at the end of it.
I'm just gonna walk over back to the creature and be like, "All right, I'm just gonna go check that out. See you later," and then walk into the other corridor to check that room.
Okay. So you walk down to the end, the door doesn't see it, it seems to be slightly ajar in the way that
Mhm.
either it had been recently opened or it hadn't been closed fully. And would you like to go into the next room?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like quietly try to open the door.
So
Just
I'd
as
also
quiet
say,
as possible.
you could see this at your eye level as you start traveling through this room and you're going a little further up. You don't notice at this point, just because you're as small as well, on either side of you, there seems to be something odd, there seems to be like a hole of sorts. It's a little too small for you, but even looking at it, it seems to be dripping some sort of slimy substance from it. The hole, though, is very small for something not small like you, but tiny.
Okay, that doesn't seem very good. Is the slime? Does it look similar to the thing that we saw above, like the slime liquid thing that we saw above?
So it doesn't look exactly like it. That felt a little more poisonous. This seems to be a little lesser green in tone.
Okay.
But from having been around nature quite a bit, you do think that it seems to be like the slime of reptiles almost. And your immediate thought looking at this and also remembering like the fang you found upstairs, the snake soft puppet, you think that maybe something serpentine in nature might have
Yeah.
been traveling through this, but you don't want to stay to find out.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quietly like jump over that and then move ahead.
Got it. And as you go up a little ahead, you open this door and it seems to lead to this largish hallway. Yeah. Now you see at either end of this hallway the same similar sort of ports over there that have uh, this the same sort of holes that you saw in the corridor right before. Also, what you notice immediately is in the middle of this corridor is a similar vibrating electric burning portal that's in the center of it. It seems to pulsate but doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay. Can I just okay. I don't want to go into it, so I'm just gonna start like going through my bag, and then the egg that I have in my hands, and then I'm just gonna go, maybe, and then I'm gonna throw the egg into the portal.
Awesome. Can you give me just a normal D20 throw just to see whether you can reach it or not?
Oh, sure.
Oh no,
Okay.
the egg. Ishi does know how to take care of pets. I'm walking the
It's
dog.
an egg, and it doesn't feel good, so I rolled a 2.
So Ishi, you take out this egg and you're ready to throw it. You throw it, taking a long big swing and reaches out, but like poof, it just kind of like lands a little ahead of you, and there's almost this like a pause of silence while you're waiting to see what happens, and you see that the egg starts to crack and then cracks a little more rapidly as the shell starts to fall apart. And you see, as even in your dark vision, even though you can't see a lot of color here, you see this like a swarm of tiny insectoids just like get out, and you watch as like about 100 little spiders start to come out and crawl out, rapidly moving around. Some of them, and I'd say that you do notice this because you're so freaked out, do go near the portal, but when they do, they don't disintegrate, they don't burn, they just disappear.
Okay. Are the spiders coming towards me?
No, they don't seem to. They seem to be like scattered by the force of your throw. In a way, they just kind of feel like they've escaped and they just start going to different corners. But you do notice as they start to line up the walls, and now the walls and most of the floor itself are covered in tiny spiders.
Okay. Think I made this room worse. That was not my intention. Okay. And I'm just gonna try to talk to a spider. I don't have speak with animals, but I'm just gonna try to do it.
I love this so much.
Can I cast speak with animals from afar?
I can talk to smaller beasts, but I imagine this is not a beast. So
yeah, and also you could give me an animal handling to see whether they respond to you. But at this moment, when you're going a little forward, they seem to be scattering away from you, almost scared. They seem to also especially be keep away from the vents in the wall. Yeah, as you're running around trying to catch a spider, they move quickly away from you, trying not to come any closer.
okay, I get it. I mean, I threw the egg. It's just like, I understand why you don't trust me, but I didn't think that there were so many spiders in the egg. I just thought it was an egg, and I'm just like blabbering to the spiders standing there.
And Ishi's so small. It's not like even the spiders are actually like, it proportionally.
Yeah.
I'm picturing this as like the worst smoke bomb in the world, like fupa.
Spiders. And then I'm just kidding. Okay, do you want me to like get you back into that? You can't go back into the egg, but I can like transport you back into that room. I'm just talking, like I'm just blabbering at the spiders.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm waiting for the point that you just offer them a cupcake in panic.
Yeah.
So
And
you did? Yeah.
Go on.
So you do notice that next to the hole there is another like pathway that goes somewhere. You can't really see towards the end of the hallway, but you kind of do see that it cuts off into two directions over there. Now, if you do want to attempt to get over this portal, I'd like you to make a dexterity check to see whether, like an acrobatics check to see whether you can jump over it, or if you want to like hold on to the walls as well and crawl, you could do that as well.
Okay, so can I just say I would have grabbed the immovable rod while I came over here, right?
Go ahead.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna like put. Should I go? They don't seem to be coming up from that side. Okay, I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on myself and hope that does something. It gives me like extra movement, but I don't think it actually does. Oh wait, no, I have something. Okay,
Something?
I'm gonna Misty Step. Fuck that.
Oh, nice.
Misty Step.
Amazing.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I just disappear in a floof of sprinkles and then appear on the other side.
Yay! Got it. So I'd just say that you reach over here. Also, since you are a wild magic sorcerer, would you like to roll?
Yep.
Wild magic table?
I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Your wild
Where are
magic
the
summons more
sprinkles to
spiders.
That is a 16.
Okay. I will mark out 1 magic point for that. Now you're at 2. Let's see where it goes.
Okay.
So you reach this end and you do see that the hall splits into a left and right here. Which way would you like?
It's right.
Right?
And
Awesome.
I'm just gonna start walking into the right.
Okay. And the hall seems to extend quite a bit down. You do notice that it's a large hallway going here, but immediately on your right, you do see that there's a small storage room of sorts. But, the door's open, you quickly look in. There doesn't seem to be much over there apart from just a couple of planks of wood. There seems to also be a couple of mirrors over there. And it does strike you as odd because you're walking past this and looking at one of these mirrors, it suddenly feels like you saw something in it.
Okay. Is it like, how big are those mirrors?
Well, it seems to be kind of like one of those vanity mirrors that you find at like a desk. So it's quite largish. It looks at you, but also on top of it, you see like a sort of signage that you can't read too well. But the words that you do catch is dragon.
Dragon. Okay. Can I just, if I see, like, from the corner of my eye, if I see that there is something here, can I just do this thing where I'm just gonna like slightly disappear and then just like poof back into the place to see if there's someone there?
So you just see like there's this tint of green in this mirror, and as you move here and then suddenly look back over there, you don't notice as at this point that tint of green starts to be larger, and you see eyes peering back at you from this mirror. It looks at you, and you see as like these 2 paws come up and hold against the space, and it almost looks like carnivals brought to life in a weird way. It looks at you and it's trying to mouth something. Say,
can I read what it's like? Can I read its lips in a way?
yes, it seems to say hello, and give me an insight check, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Hey, didn't someone find dragon scales last session as well?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I have a
Just
green dragon scale.
thinking about that.
Yeah.
I got a 10.
You got a 10, but that's still enough for you to kind of make out what it's saying. It says, it's just like, hello, please kill me.
What?
Please kill me.
No?
I'm stuck in here. I don't want to be stuck anymore.
When I meet somebody new.
Going to a party.
Yeah, going to a party. You're just at the window of the house, like, hello, I'm
Hi,
stuck in
kill
here.
me.
Kill me.
The car's going past.
I'd rather be dead than be here.
Okay. Do you want me to? How do I? You're in a mirror, so I can. What if I try to get you out of here?
You can't get me out.
Okay.
Crush it.
No, that part about it too.
Break the mirror.
no. And I can try to get you out. Just like give me a second, and then I'm gonna try. Like, can I touch the mirror and see if anything happens? Like, if my hand goes through or anything like that.
You do touch the mirror, it feels cool to you. And, this little dragon, and it seems to be kind of like a miniature dragon of sorts, which is why I thought it was Cuddles at first. It seems to swim around, and you look around trying to find something to maybe help it. And immediately you do see these signs just lying on the floor. You see a couple of crates. One says, like, Bubbly, the were hippo, and another says, Oink Fat, he never dies. Then the last one says something like Gregory, the miniature green dragon.
Oh, is your name Gregory?
Yes.
Okay, Gregory. All right, Gregory. If I can get my friends, and then we can try and help you. Or I can make you like you're a small dragon, and I can make you a big dragon, and then maybe that gets you out of this. Like it breaks the mirror or something.
Well, will more people come to see me if I'm big?
Why do people not come to see you?
No. Happy Jack said I'm not fun anymore. He said I'm not entertaining. He said children are the true joy, and that adults would be more interested in me than children. So he let Bubbly and Oink Fat stay, but I'm just stuck here, like that snake lady. I'm just stuck here in the mirrors.
Snake lady. Okay. Bubbly. Gregory, you are very fun. All right, because you're a dragon. That is extremely fun. You know what? I'm also traveling with another dragon, and you can meet the dragon, and then you can be friends. And,
really?
Yeah, and you're like just as fun as that dragon, and that dragon is the best part of our group.
I love that. Can I be your friend too?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Is there any way I can help you?
Can you tell me how I can get back to my friends?
Well, if they're upstairs, then they might be coming down through the slide. But I'd say that if you go down this hallway, I think it leads to Happy Jack's room. If you go down the other way, then I don't remember. I usually travel through mirrors. All I can really see is the mirror maze room. But I think the other way, if you go backwards, that leads you to this strange fountain. And I've seen children come down that.
Okay. I think I just have these two options. Okay, Gregory, if you travel through mirrors and if you meet my friends, let them know I am somewhere around here. Okay?
Okay.
And you know my dragon friend?
Yeah.
They're with my friends. So you can say hi and you can meet them, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll go try find them.
Yeah, his name is Cuddles, okay? Okay? And I'm just gonna like walk away.
I love that name. Cuddles. I wish my name was Cuddles. Maybe children would like me then.
Amazing. And I'm just like screaming that as I'm running away.
Awesome. Which way would you like to go? Back down the hallway you were coming from, or the other way?
Towards the fountain.
Awesome. Okay, so you would have to come here. I'd say that with just your movement itself, you do notice that the hallway that you're in right now, as you go a little bit more, seems to be filled with the same sort of portals that you saw earlier.
Okay, I really should have saved my spell for now. Okay. And is there a way to cross these cross
The
this.
only way that seems to be possible is jumping over each one.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be an acrobatics check each time.
Oh, I am amazing at acrobatics. This is gonna be fun. All right.
So that would
Even
be
Yorishi.
essentially 3 checks that you need to make.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I should wait or if I should go. So I'm just gonna make the acrobatics check and hope something happens. Okay.
It's the kind of something that I'm worried about.
So issue
Okay, keep going.
yes.
17.
No, a 17? Okay, give me the
On
other
my
two
screen, it
as
just
well.
said ... I was like, hello?
Boom. Yep.
Okay. All right. 17. And then
Drum roll.
why is 15?
Okay, you jump one more.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna 19.
Yay!
Oh my
You're
god!
in thread. Oh my
The
god, that's
rest of us,
awesome.
there's no chance we'll get through this, but at least Ishi got through. The best of us.
All that matters. The only one I care about.
So, Ishi, as you go to this room here, you notice that there seems to be spilled water. It seems to be coming from something above. You're not able to really notice what it is, but as you look to the hallway on the left, what you immediately hear is the sound of sobbing. When you turn around the corner, you see this little girl just sitting by herself at the end of the hallway, crying. On her chest pocket is a name tag that spells Sallie.
Sally? Are you Sally?
No, the name's Sallie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sally.
Thank you. Are
Okay.
you one of those mean adults as well? Are you here to mispronounce my name too, like Happy Jack?
Okay. I am an adult, but I'm not here to mispronounce your name. I was just looking for my friends. Have you seen them?
I don't care about any friends because nobody wants to be friends with me. And Happy Jack just put me out saying I'm a bad girl and that I'm annoying. Well, he's annoying. I'm not.
Oh, okay. There is a dragon over there, and he's looking for friends. Do you want to be friends with Gregory?
No, I don't want to be friends with any stinking dragon. The dragon wants to be friends with me. Everybody should want to be friends with me because I'm Saley and I'm perfect.
Kick this child.
And then, my real self would.
Kick the jail.
We do not advocate for child violence on Girls Run These Worlds. These are not the views of the channel.
Yes,
Yes,
Unless they're French, of course.
oui,
We
oui.
hate the French and girls in these worlds.
Yeah, unless-
All ages.
Fuck France. Click that.
I'm just gonna ask Sally if they're French. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure Gregory wants to be friends with you. Then why are you crying if everyone wants to be friends with you?
Well, Happy Jack said that I'm not allowed in the happy place anymore because he called me annoying. I'll show him what annoying is. I'll take over this funhouse and then it'll be Sally's funhouse, not Happy Jack's anymore. And it'll be an actual funhouse because I can get to do anything I want to.
Oh, okay. If we find Happy Jack, I will tell him that that's what you want to do.
Really? Will you scold Happy Jack for me? I'll take you to her.
Oh, where is he? Is he in? I'm just gonna point
Well,
to that side.
yeah, yes, Well, I think there's a portal that is there in his room. I can take you through the portal. You seem nice, but you need to win a game first. Can you skip these portals as well as I can?
Oh, these portals that I just came through?
Yes.
Um, okay. If I just skip over the portals, then I just see Happy Jack, right? Like, I know it.
Well, I need to take you to his room, but if you already know where his room is and you think you could go there by yourself, then go ahead. Because Sally knows best.
Okay, Sally, if you know best, then can you tell me if you've seen any other kids here who are less best than you?
Well, they're very annoying as well, and they're the real annoying ones, but they're all playing under the tree with Happy Jack.
They're all under the tree with Happy Jack. Can you take
Uh-huh.
me to the tree, Sally?
Okay, I don't really want to go there again because all of them call me Sally, but okay, I'll take you there. But you just need to keep up with me. And she starts
Okay.
like running immediately.
And I'm just gonna like minor illusion some fireworks and be like, Sally, I can make you look really cool in front of them, like cooler than you are, all right?
Wow,
And
that's
I'm just
awesome.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start heading.
And you start chasing after Sally. Meanwhile, back to the others, you are standing in this hallway. Now, you do notice that the rest of the hallway kind of seems quite similar to the sort of corridor that you came through. But as you get through the you are all here. There is Croft then.
Watching your character get pulled into the darkness like that really is something to behold.
So you do notice that up ahead of you seems a similar corridor similar to the one that you just came through, but right in front of you, you get a peek of what seems to be like a wooden structure filled with bouncy balls in it.
I am so tempted. We
Is
got
this the ball
them.
pit?
We gotta move on, gang.
We'll come back with Ishi. We'll come back and have fun in the ball pit.
I had a sudden shiver down my back as if Ishi is dealing with a really strange child right now. Not that I would know that, but if that were specifically to be happening, I wouldn't be
It
surprised.
also feels like we're on a really tight schedule.
Yeah, it almost as if we're hitting close to a time. So
Exactly.
I'm going to physically push everybody away from the ball pit. All right, here we go. Again, so weak. -2 strength. Can't do anything. But
Oh, but actually, Arco is so messed up from what just happened. He's not resisting at all, where he usually would. So you can tell something's wrong.
weak wrists. Everybody says I had weak wrists, but not today.
Okay, so I'd say also, Groff, you also feel a little unsettled by this ball pit because you do see that some of the balls seem to be moving, and in between you just hear these sounds from inside that go kaboom, kaboom.
Yep, absolutely not. Nope. And we're
I
out.
don't think that's how they are supposed to work.
I'm going to get Yeah, we're going the opposite direction of this. I want to be away from here.
You got to get
Back
to the slide.
into the new hypnosis tunnel.
Yeah, we're
Which
going
way
down.
is the slide?
So are you going down the?
Oh wait,
are
is
you
this the way to
following
the? Is the way to the slide through via the ball pit?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
because that
Oh,
is leading us.
no.
Okay, then we're
Amazing.
following the lady.
So the lady kind of points to this end over here and says, well, the ball pit's close. It's right there. You could go down there if you want. Now, you don't need to mind about the ball pit. It's just Oink Fat just playing about. That's what the pig doesn't know how to do anything else but eat them exploding balls.
Kumi, you can't give us a
Telling
ball
me there's a
pit
pig in there.
with Oink and and exploding balls with 5 minutes to go.
And on that cliffhanger,
Wow, that was that.
So I just say that when you do reach this point here, and you do get like a little bit of a vision of the slide, what you see immediately is, as you're walking there, you see these crates of cloth. They seem to be smallish in size. All the clothing in these carts seem to be made out of children's clothing. But you also notice that they seem to also look like padding to use to go down the slide. When you look at the slide, it seems to be in 3 different colors: red, yellow, and green. Over each over each section are different words written in childish handwriting. One says ketchup, the other says mustard, and the last says relish. Which ones would you
somehow
guys
that's scarier than it saying our names.
Yeah, I was a little worried it was gonna say our names too. Well, gang, one. There's 3 of us, 3 slides.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
That is a great idea.
3 for go.
Oh, I'm doing red.
I'll
My
do
color.
yellow.
And
Oh
Rob?
God. Drop is green.
And, yeah, I'm gonna hold Cuddles tight, open up that door, and go sliding down that slide.
Which color do you go in?
I'm going green.
Okay, awesome. So all of you stand right in front of these. You notice, Arka, that the woman comes right behind you.
Oh
You
shit.
start going down the slide. It's taking at a considerable pace. You almost feel like it's slippery in a weird fashion.
In
And
the
at
distance,
the
you hear,
end-
way. Way.
And as you approach what seems to be like this little bit of a dark corner, you take that edge, you feel yourself going faster and faster. You almost smell the condiment that of the section that you're on. After you feel this sweet tomatoey flavor. Jean, you feel this, harsh, like mustardy tone in your nostrils. And Groff, you can almost, it makes you sick at the moment, feel the flavor of mashed vegetables as you go down here. And as you take this corner, we will end our session for tonight.
Oh God.
Way.
I'm going into the ketchup pit.
Way.
I think I'm incredibly serious going down. I've got like an arrow knocked in Cuddles' left. Like,
I think it's like the sliding scale. You're absolutely serious. Arco's probably like woo, or
Yeah.
if Arco is still shaken up, probably not.
Did you call it a sliding scale?
Yes,
zing.
because I was just thinking that Jean is definitely going down it saying we, but very like flatly, like way, way, way.
It's a little
That's the
adorable
most
because
exciting
you're like
thing I've done all day.
you're like a little mime tabaxi, so it's just like a cat just looking very unimpressed.
Way,
Hey,
way.
God. Can't wait.
Thank
I
you,
can't wait
guys.
till next week.
Yeah, oh my god, this is
I
fun.
need to
Like,
know.
you guys went through quite a bit actually today. So, thank you everybody who joined us for Tragedy Tuesday. I will go around to give everybody an opportunity to talk about their personal projects. Would you like to start?
I don't have anything else to shout out. I wrote an adventure, the first thing I ever ran and first thing I ever wrote. So it's coming out soon. When it does, I'll mention it on the stream. So yay! And I have a Twitter account. I don't tweet things. It's Vijay Samal. Okay, cool. Bye.
Thank you. Gator, would you like to add in? Just a little bit about your projects, who you are.
Yeah. What's up, gang? I'm Gainer. I'm a queer, non-binary, trans creator, actor, TTRPG enthusiast. You can find me on Twitter at GayNorca. It's GayNorcott. You can find me here doing this. You can also find me this Thursday starting a new game here on Girls Run These Worlds, The Family Business, a Demigods PBTA game where we follow a group of soon-to-be gods trying to get away from their divine responsibilities by taking a road trip to a TikTok hype house. So that's what's happening there. It's going to be a real blast. My cast is incredible. So keep an eye out on
Sounds
that.
like exactly the same tone and energy we're bringing to this.
Similar vibes. Yeah.
Similar vibes.
Yeah.
So if you like this, definitely go check it out.
Check that out.
What is Happy Jacks but not a TikTok hype?
If you think about it, it's the greatest TikTok hype house of
Yeah.
all time. But yeah, you can find me doing that this Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. It's gonna be a real blast. So check that out. Also got monthly over on twitch.tv/Thorny Dryad. I run a masks actual play called U-Force. And that's just a fantastic one that I just absolutely love my cast over there too. I've got other things like podcasts and things. If you're interested in the Warrior Cats YA series, you can go check out Two Leg Talks, my podcast, where me and a friend from college reread the series. Second season is coming out soon. So go follow that on your podcatcher of choice. And just as a personal plug, I have a friend and a player, Wally, who is in a bit of a financial pickle. And we could really use the support if you have it. So if you go to my Twitter, you'll find a recent retweet. Wally's in a tough financial situation, so go help them out because they're an absolutely wonderful human being. So yeah, personal plug for that. Yeah, that's it. On Twitter at Gaynorca, GayNorcott.
Awesome. And next we have Gask. Gask, would you like to tell us something about yourself and what you might be working on right now?
Hello, my name is Gaskinator, and something about myself is that I will be playing on friend of the channel Tavernauts stream on Friday, where we'll be doing a D&D one-shot, and I'll be playing Madame Melinda Malchance. A cleric. I'm gonna be a cleric, but a cleric of the Arcana domain, so kind of just devoted to nerddom. So I don't know how much healing I'll be doing, to be honest. And it's also a horror game, so actually probably similar vibes to this. Something about harpies, something about haunted houses. Who cares? It's gonna be a fun time. That's this Friday. I'm pretty sure it would start around this time now.
Awesome. And then we have Jessie. Jessie, what are you up to?
Hello. So I have been Arco. My name's Jessie. You can find me on Twitter at egglasses. The stuff's in the chat. I'm busy. I opened an anime shop here in my little town of Belleville, so I'm busy doing that. But also, there's lots of fun stuff happening on Girls Run These Worlds. So more than anything, make sure you're checking out the Girls Run These Worlds Twitter and our Twitch. Thank you for watching, and watch out for all the cool stuff that's happening soon, because I may or may not have several somethings in the works. Secrets. Yeah. Please stay tuned for my Twitter for stuff and things.
Awesome. Thank you. And actually adding on to that, if anybody here would love to run an adventure on Girls Run These Worlds, we are always ready to host another game. So please do send in your game applications. And then a lot of tons open as well. Do go check them out. I am Kumi. You can find me at Kumi Curiosities. I'm trying really hard to make a very inexpensive D&D store here in India, and I could use any love and support. Thank you so much. Just to do a little bit of a couple of wrap-up announcements, you can find us later today at 3 p.m. ET with a game of Mouse Ritter with Philippa, Angela, Rue, Ella, and Tyler. There's also a casting call open this weekend for Invincible Sword Coven, and it's a game about matriarchy, justice, and the end of the world, GM by Anita, the lesbian. I love that. That's fantastic. We are also going to be raiding Roll Together, our TTRPG, who are currently playing D&D and have a puppy live on their stream. Oh my God, with one of their players. So go ahead and see that. There's nothing creepy happening there at all, unlike this little one shot over here. So catch us next Tuesday for Tragedy Tuesday, where we see where this unusual slide leads three of our players to, and what is she going to find in Happy Jack's room. Thank you for joining us, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Way!
Wah.
Way!